Good morning. Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming to Millie Chun TV for Hot Topics. Thank you all for coming this morning. Good morning, Charlene, Trinity, Gail. I'm here. I'm here. Good morning to everyone. How's everybody doing? Hey, Kelly. I am glad to be here with y'all this morning. And good morning, Sierra and Robin. How are you? Hey, Yana. I'm so glad y'all could join me this morning. Thank you so much. Good morning, Michelle and Monica and Brittany. Hello, everyone. I hope everybody's having a good Wednesday. Wherever you are listening, good morning, Ronnie. And make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe to this video. Good morning, Ham Sandwich. Hey, Sin. Um, oh, Seattle. I've always wanted to come to Seattle. Good morning, Cheryl. Good morning, Robin. Thank you all for being here. Carla. Oh, we're here today. Y'all, we got a lot to talk about. It's a lot going on. Like these courts situations, we're going to start off a little light and then we're going to get into the other stuff. Um, when I say other stuff, I'm talking about Diddy. You know, they start court at 9 o'clock Eastern. So they've been going for a minute, right? So, hey, Trinity said, I'm ready. Um, it is so warm in Texas. Yesterday was crazy. And then I heard today it's going to be hotter from noon to 9. Good morning, Chicago suburb, Naperville, Illinois. What's up? Hey, ATL. Y'all, please hit the like button. We're going to get started off with something. Let me see. Yeah, we'll get started off with something. We're going to do it nice and easy, like Proud Mary. Hey, Nikki. Nikki said, I'm here. Y'all, it's been a tough week, right? This month has been long already. It's a lot going on, but we're going to get into it. I think the first thing we're going to talk about is something. Oh, let me put this up here. I think it's like, okay, here we go. Something that I was real happy about to see. Hold on. Where is it? Oh, no. Where is it? Kim, Houston, ATL. Oh gosh, I don't know if I have it in here. But what we're gonna let's go with this. Ooh, the 3 digits. Sometimes, like Texas can feel like Jakarta. Sometimes it is horrible. Like we in full battle. So there's a lot of court cases going on, and there's some court cases going on that I thought that we were done with, and this is the first one. So Kim Kardashian, do y'all remember when Kim had got held hostage in a Paris hotel? Do y'all remember that? I honestly, no, you're not late, mother of six. I just put this up here. You are perfectly right on time. You're only 4 minutes. We're going to get into it, Robin. So, Kim, I really and truly thought that this was over. You know, Kim was in Paris with her sisters. They had gone out to eat. She stayed in the room. And moments later, somebody came in. She said they held her hostage. Here she's saying that she thought she was going to be unalived. And I literally thought this was over. She testified Tuesday in Paris in the highest profile robbery trial the country has seen in decades. And her account of the heist that captured $10 million worth of her jewelry was emotional. So, you know, that's when, you know, Kanye gave her that big ass ring, right? He gave her that big ring. She was wearing it all over town. Good morning, everybody. The Diva, Beatrice, JCD, Brown Sugar Babe, Betty. And so her sisters left. Somebody came in. They held her hostage. They took all her jewelry. She said she thought that she was going to never see her children again. This is when they were still on E! The Kardashians. Keeping Up with the Kardashians was on TV. Good morning, April. But after that, she started wearing like fake jewelry. She had like a ring. I think she wore a band for a while. Hey, Joanne. I think she wore a band for a while. She didn't even wear her ring like she used to wear her ring because she was just scared to death. But I really and truly thought this was over. So I hope it plays out. And I don't know what. Wait a minute. Because I don't know what really they are actually looking for now, because this has been so long ago. Right? Let me see. She said, I absolutely did think I was going to be unalived. She was very composed. It was the only time that Miss Kardashian, 44, was expected to take the stand and face the defendants. Reporters have nicknamed them grandpa robbers, a group of some of whom were in their 60s and 70s. I thought they were younger than that. I didn't know they was in their 60s and 70s. Good morning, Erica. April, Robin, TKO. And they stole millions worth of jewelry from her during her Paris Fashion Week in October 2006. Yeah, this was in 2016. She spoke about the confusion and terror that gripped her after two of the thieves dressed as police officers entered her room and asked in accented English for her $4 million ring. That ring cost $4 million. Good morning, Lori. Once held her at gunpoint, she said, and she feared that she may be raped or shot. When the robbers left, she said they left her on the bathroom floor, gagged and bound in tape and zip ties. She described freeing her hands by rubbing the tape against the metal leg of a sink before hopping downstairs with her ankles still bound. The ordeal shattered her sense of safety, leading her to drastically upgrade her private security and to remove all jewelry from her home. She testified it really changed everything. Like, Kim did not go out of the house for a while. Good morning, Ramen. Velocity. Oh, I didn't realize that people was that old, 60 and 70. So it's iconic to see Kim at a trial in Paris, right? She testified about messages she sent on Snapchat and comments she made on her reality TV show about the case stood in stark contrast to the defendants. Many of the accused, 9 men and 1 woman, were born long before the age of social media. Some are suffering from the ailments of old age. What? That's on the jury? I am formally and sincerely sorry, one 72-year-old defendant told Ms. Kardashian, his hand trembling from Parkinson's disease. The defendant, Eunice Abbas, has said that he was a lookout during the robbery and is one of the 2 at the trial who have acknowledged involvement. Parkinson's? Kim, I'm not saying this right, but I mean, maybe she was a shock child. Some of the defendants have been charged with armed robbery, an organized gang, kidnapping, and other charges. Others are accused of complicity of or lesser charges. The trial, which will be decided by 3 judges and a 6-person jury, is set to last until the end of May. Why is that lasting until the end of May? They ought to be able to wrap this up. Parkinson's disease, you got a man who robbed you at 72 years old, and he has now gotten Parkinson's disease. Hey, T. Tammy said one of the defendants is deceased. What? Nobody had. Well, they said it was. They said it was. It was at gunpoint. It said that. That's what I just read. That it was at gunpoint. Hold on. That is crazy. The robbers. She left her bathroom. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. Did I say right there? Yeah. Paris. She was in court on Tuesday. They held her at Boom Point during a robbery in the French capital nearly a decade ago. Girl, they said 72. Somebody got Parkinson's. Not, girl, no. Look, Danielle said, I believe one is blind as well. Okay, they were, hold on, let me get this one more time. A group, some of whom are in their 60s and 70s now. So they were in their 40s and 50s, or 50s and 60s back then in 2016. Committed to the journey. I know. Bill Cosby went to jail at the old age. Yeah, they'll send him on to jail. And see, they're looking at Kim as being an icon, right? For her to come in to their city for that, and for that to happen to her, it's a possibility that they will go to jail. The courthouse in Central Paris buzzed with unusual activity on Tuesday because Miss Kardashian's presence. She wore a long black skirt, a black jacket, and a $3 million diamond necklace. Okay, Kim. That's what I said, Alicia. It's not funny. It's not funny. I hate that happened to Kim. That's not funny. But for real, Kim, like, what was really going on? Like, that is insane, right? That is crazy. Yeah, they need doctors. They sitting there like, what was that movie? What's that? What is that movie? When all them, it was a gangster movie. But that is insane. Poor Kim. She can't catch a break. But what I will say is not poor Kim, baby. This new movie they got coming out on Hulu with Tiana Taylor, Glenn Close, Niecy Nash, that is going to be so good. I am so excited about that. I think that's going to be fantastic. And Kim is playing like a new lawyer. Perfect. That is crazy. That is crazy. Lord have mercy. They need drips. They need to walk in the courtroom with drips accompanying them. It's a series. Yeah, it's a series, not a movie. That's right. On Hulu, and I'm excited for it. I'm ready. Oh, girl, me neither. It's gonna be so good. I said I got to get Hulu, so I'm gonna wait a little bit, but I'm definitely gonna get it. Let's look at this right here. Let's move on. I'm really excited about this. I'm really excited about Cardi. I know that she's kind of been out, and you've heard, things that she and Stefan have been out. Stefan, right? Stefan Diggs. They've been out and things like that. So I'm really excited to see it. I know we talk about a drip. I know that Offset may need a drip and some oxygen. Oh, what's the name? Let me find the name of it. Hold on. I'll tell you the name right quick. What's the name of it, y'all? Y'all can tell me in the comments because I didn't. Hold on one second. Oh, God. Can you hear me? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so excited. So, what is it? Anybody put it in there? What's the name? Hold on. Let me get to it. All's fair. There you go. This is the name of the show. Hold on. Let me put it back up here. Let me put Kim back up here. I don't want to do this with Cardi. Hold on 1 second. So Kim's new movie is called All's Fair, and it's a lawyer movie. And they say a girl's best friend is not diamonds; it's her lawyer. And these women are brutal, and they don't play about it. So I'm excited to see it. Like sometimes you don't win all cases, but I like to see it when the girls get into it and they bring it. And I think it's going to be fantastic. I don't really get into scripted. Well, I don't really watch a lot of scripted shows because I don't think a lot of stuff is good, but I think this is going to be good. Niecy Nash, Tiana Taylor, Glenn Close, and Kim doesn't do that bad when she's playing on the set. She's good in that respect. So I love that. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Okay, now let's get into Cardi. Hold on. Child, I know. Look. What's going on with the divorce? This is my question. Why is it? Somebody said something. Why is it that the people can't seem to just go ahead and get the divorce? Like, I'm not mad at Cardi for dating. I ain't got no problem with that. But I want them to just go ahead and get it done so she can move on. But in this situation, I feel like Offset is going to give her a lot of stress for getting a divorce because she clearly has moved up in the world. Although Stefan may not seem like her type since we've been here with Offset for so long and we listen to Cardi and her rants on the internet. But sometimes this is just what you need. You need something different. And the next thing, I wouldn't mind if Cardi came out and said, look, y'all just gonna have to love the album that I put out and love on it and love on it. I am not making any new music. And just be honest, I don't have the people around me like I used to. I do some, I do make some appearances on some music, but me putting out a new album is not going to happen because we have been talking about a new album for 3 years now. I could have came up with about 5 raps in 3 years. It would have taken me about 3 years, but I would have had like a little EP I could have put out here to y'all. Right? And I just want her to be good. Oh God, hold on, y'all. Oh, we're gonna get into that. That's so crazy. Oh, this Diddy trial is rough. Okay. Yay, Cardi. We happy for Cardi. Let's go on to something else. Um, let's talk about this. Did y'all watch Basketball Wives? Honey, do y'all feel like that Evelyn is using Jen for a storyline? Jen and Christian. Because Jen and Christian definitely have a storyline. I was on live last night on YouTube, and what I was saying was, why would Christian want to talk to Jackie Christie? Why would he want to do that? Of all the people on the show to talk, like I feel like that just should be something him and Jen should talk about. But I guess you got to have Jackie in there because Jackie gets the show popping. But in this instance, when Jen told Evelyn that her daughter had a baby by a felon, and then she's talking about your felon steals money from people, I really thought Jen should have hit back with, well, your daughter's felon SAs women. And right now he doesn't have a roof over his head. So at least my felon has a roof and we eat meals for $1,500. That would have been good, right? Don't y'all think that would have been good? But then that would have ensued something. And I think this would have been another situation where Evelyn would have jumped up on the table and went right for Jen. Because that's what I would have said. Jennifer Scary. Girl. He don't have no clout. All he does, Angela said no, because we cannot. Okay, Angela. Angela said no. Wait a minute. She said no because we can't be defending fellas. I'm surprised too, Robin. Robin said she's surprised drinks weren't thrown. Ooh. Look, Laura says she would not have let up on Evelyn. It would have been a back and forth. Because honestly, where are they living? Is Shanice in the game living with Evelyn? I know Shanice got her own place and her baby is with her. Now he done had to move in with her. Or, you know how he feel about his first baby mama. Child. Hey, A-Day. Jennifer does not want that smoke. She does not. She does not. Because even when Evelyn started talking, Chantel looked the other way. People put their head down. Jackie was very happy with what she had got popping now that she's taken. I don't like that Jackie took away the shine from Chantel's event. I don't like that. Like even Chantel said, can we talk about this at another time? And even the way she said it, thank you all for coming to my daughter's event. Like, she mad because her event went awry, and she's mad because everybody enjoyed Chantel's event. She is upset about that. What? I think Jackie. Hold on. What Laura said? So hold on. See what Laura said. Do you hear what Shanice said about Jen? What Shanice said about Jen? Oh, talking about when she was talking to Evelyn. I don't remember what she said. Oh, Carla. In this post this comment you just made, let me help you out. I'm gonna take the word think out. I'm gonna take I think out. Jackie's daughter is disrespectful to Jackie. I know Jackie is a lot, but that is still her mother. She is hella disrespectful. But I also feel like Chantel is coming in there with a lot of stuff on. She got a big chip on her shoulder because Jackie doesn't seem to be the most nurturing mother. Jackie wants to be this larger than life person. You know what I mean? For example, like Shani is the creator of Basketball Wives. Jackie wants to be that person, or at least the second person, and she's not, because Basketball Wives originated in Miami, and then it came to LA. Jackie Jackie was married, and she was a good pick. I'm not gonna lie. Jackie's not my favorite person, but she was a good pick for the show. I'll give her that. But at the same time, Jackie wants to be larger than life, and she doesn't really care how she gets it done. People are asking, like, why is she living in an apartment, a high rise and stuff? Well, Jackie lives there for the show. She lives in Sacramento, I think, with Doug when the show is over, because Doug lives in Sacramento. But she is very disrespectful, honey. Honey's very disrespectful. But I feel like these boundaries, I feel like she just be tired of Jackie because the conversation she was having with her brother, they both agreed, like, doing too much. Like, mama's doing too much. So I don't know how this is going to play out. Robinson, unpopular opinion. I don't like bringing in the kids who aren't on the show. Why can't Jen go after Evelyn, not her daughter? Because Jen probably, Robin, I'm gonna go with you on this. Robin said, unpopular opinion. I don't like bringing the kids who are not on the show. Why can't Jen go after Evelyn, not her daughter? I think that's an easy way for Jen to go at Evelyn. I think that's an easy way, but I also agree with you because I feel like Jen has enough information to go after Evelyn. Because wasn't that where we were talking about how Jen was telling Evelyn not to marry Ocho, and Evelyn got mad at her and had everybody turn their backs against Jen? Now Evelyn is around here divorced. Maybe now Evelyn is like, she did that for me. I didn't listen. But here's the thing. Somebody else said in my comments that they had a situation like that and they would very much want somebody like Evelyn to talk to them before they get caught up. And I think we all want somebody to keep it real with us, but sometimes we just not willing to listen. Like when we fall in love and we feel like, okay, yeah, he did this, but he's with me now. That's in him. He would probably do it again. Just take a breathe, just take a heartbeat, just take a beat, sit back and just look at everything. But Jen not trying to hear nothing from Evelyn. A lot of people think Jen in trouble also though. Did you hear him when he said on there that, I thought this was real crazy when he was like, he was trying to get in touch with his parole officers or the courts or whatever, and he had to do some traveling, and they saw it on the Instagram post. What you mean trying to get in touch? Lori said, I would respect Jackie. Yeah, Jackie is jealous of her children. So jealous. But I thought that was real crazy that he said he was trying to get in touch with the officers. And then he was like, I had to go. But I'm going to tell you something. I don't know what Jen was thinking about. Because honestly, maybe he could have gone out of the country and came back if Jen had been posted in Italy and Paris and drinking champagne in a lemon swimsuit going down the river on a gondola. Maybe they wouldn't have caught them if she wasn't posting so much. I'm trying to read y'all comments. Not Jackie want to be Karen Huger. Wait a minute. Wait, hold up. Hold up. Wait a minute. Oh, I can't get this up. Wait a minute. Jackie wants to be Karen Huger. She want to be the Grand Dame of LA. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Jackie is a mess. Chantel has a lot of past hurt between her and her mother. I agree. And with her talking about she trying to set boundaries all the time, her oldest daughter wrote a whole book on how terrible Jackie was to her. Oh, Jesus Christ. Not the Grand Dame. Child, Danielle fixed it. She said the Grand Madame. Yeah, she wants to be bigger than who she is. She wants to. I'm surprised Jackie said, oh, yeah. I heard that too, girl. I was shocked too. I was like, oh, okay. Brown Sugar Baby says she's surprised Jackie said she got 3 kids. Jen is most definitely Evelyn's storyline. The game is a felon, but Jen ain't a savvy reader and she's scared. She's scared of Evelyn. Like Jen was sitting down there at the end of that table. She was talking real saucy. I thought she talked real saucy. I was like, okay, Jen. I mean, I'm sure producers like Evelyn do not get out of this seat. That's why she's on this end and you're on this end. Do not get out of your seat. I'm sure that's what happened. Because we all know that Evelyn will come across the table. Jackie did more following behind Doug than, yep. Yes. Danielle. That is so right. Danielle's the MVP so far, I think, for the day. Because I agree with you. Jackie trying to make sure ain't nobody in Doug's room. And Jackie, if Doug wanted to cheat, he will cheat when you go to the grocery store. He will cheat when you go to get your nails done. He will cheat when you go to pick out a unit. The women already know you're going to be there because they already at the game looking at you sitting over there on the floor seats. They already know when they're going to see Doug. Jackie, not because the way she is, she was at every game, but she said that. Girl, he going to cheat when he get ready to cheat. Hey, boss lady. Jen is 50 years old. If this is the life she chooses, it's not anyone's business. Yes, Evelyn can speak her reservations, but once Jen said drop it, let it go. The fact, your opening line, Jen is 50 years old, period. That whole sentence right there could have stopped right there because there's so much it goes with that. How old is Christian? Christian's not even in his 40s, right? Yeah. Hey, Zeta. Christian's not even in his 40s. He's like in his 30s, right? I just don't understand. I don't get it. And then Jen and okay, why did Jen and Christian go live and take down their live? Why did they do that? They took the whole live down. That was crazy. Evelyn ain't messing up that chick like twirl. Oh, y'all. Oh, Robin. Fonda, I don't know if they're going through a divorce, child. I don't know. I don't know. Girl, Jen had me questioning everything about her when I found out she was talking to Tim Norman. Tim had more hips than Jen. Ain't no way I could be with a man that got more behind and hips than I do. Oh, Glamour Girl, yeah, she got out. Child, we was live last night. She was like, she got out work at 11 p.m. Pacific time. I was like, girl, well, I'm glad you off, honey. How when I saw Jen with Tim, I was like, Tim Norman, and then Jen got scammed for her truck. Like she doesn't have, like she's from New Jersey, so she don't have. Hey, Miss Lacey, yeah, the dude that stole the truck. Then her husband embarrassed her on national television by throwing that drink in her face. Y'all, these men, I said last night, if the new administrator want to take some people back and bring some people here, you could start with these men, right? Pick all of them up and send them on out and bring the Africans. You know what I mean? I don't know. I've never talked to an African, but it seemed like for a little while they can get you where you want to be. I don't know. It seemed like you can have a really good life for a hot second. It may not last for life, but for a minute, it seemed like the life can be really good. I mean, I'm willing to give like 6 months. I'm good where I am in life. You know what I'm saying? I got time to, like I don't feel like people wasting my time now. Because there are things that I know that I am going to do and what I'm not going to do. So I could play for 6 months. Right before it's time to get in some trouble. Right before they go to jail for, I don't know, embezzlement, fraud, bribery. I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna get out before that happens. I'm gonna spend what I'm gonna spend and I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna make sure it's all in my name and I'm out. I know, child. I know he one of those men. I know. Brooke is traveling with her. See there? Look what Only Danielle said. Brooke is traveling with her African man. That's what I'm talking about. Just a hot second. We girls could use a good solid 6 months of being, and I mean, I'm not saying that y'all don't be taken care of, but just a minute, just to have some stuff lifted off of you. I'll do 6 months. And then I'll just not too much bang bang. Oh Lord have mercy. Y'all heard what I said. I'm good for what is that? I'm good for a solid 17. Child, ain't nobody got time for all that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Oh, child, who knows? But the Africans seem to be doing what they seem to give the girls a good life for a hot second. Look at Portia. Look at Shamia. Shoot, I was listening to it. The former housewife, she got a what? She got a Rolls Royce out of it. I don't want a Rolls Royce because you gonna want to take that back. I'll take a brand new Ford Explorer. You ain't gonna want that back. you fool around here get Rolls Royces, baby. Cheryl says she does not have the capacity. You fool around here get a Rolls Royce. I ain't trying to do that much I ain't trying to do that much. I'm not trying to do that much. Just give me a new 2025 Ford Explorer with all the bells and whistles. I mean, that'll cost you what, 50 grand, right? Oh, then yeah, that's what I'm saying. If we get in early, you get in early and get all the things, and then you slowly. I don't know how this is working. I don't know. I mean, it's a language barrier. We have different values and views. I'm a Baptist, and you're not, and I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna try, baby. I'm gonna try to hang in there, and then it just slowly. You take your little Ford Explorer and you just ride on out into the sunset, and then you sit back in 7 months. Native of Nigeria, you know what I'm saying? And it be on the news, and you out of there, and you had a good 6 months. You can go back to your life. You probably saved up a little change. You and your girls can go on a little trip, and then you come on back and do what you need to do. I would be sick if I took my truck. Sick. I don't need a year, child, because that's too long. I'll give you 6 months. A year would be just way too long. Not your Honda. Said I keep my Honda out. Hey, cut and paste. I love my F-150, baby. You know I live in Texas, honey, and an F-150 is like a limousine to me. I love a man in an F-150. Girl, them big old trucks. Y'all, I am 5. I'm gonna say I'm 5'1". People say 5 feet. I'm gonna say 5'1". But them big trucks, child, all you gotta do is drop that little thing, let me climb in there, and you got all them bells and whistles in the front that I'm playing with. Girl, I love F-150. Don't sleep on it. Ooh, honey, I love F-150. I think they're beautiful. All right, y'all. We'll stay where we are. Y'all done said we need to leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone. Danielle said, right, but we still know how long the feds have been watching. You right, because they do homework for a whole year, and they got me on camera. I'm gonna be out. I'm gonna tell everything, sell everything, and I'm gonna be out of there. Sir, I don't want nothing. He told me he got $1 million. I didn't ask where it came from, but I thought it was strange. He had $50 yesterday and $1 million the next day. I'm out. So let me keep going, because I ain't talking about nothing. Do you understand what I'm talking about? I'm not talking about anything. Let's get on into somebody who needs to be one of the first people on the plane out of here. Child, Diddy G has allegedly, well, what's not alleged is that he has a restraining order. He has to stay 100 yards away from Haley. And he has lost, what was it, 3 years? Hold on, let me see. 3 years, because the judge, he's lost custody of his son for 3 years because the judge ruled him posting his son on social media made him an unfit parent. What do y'all think about that? Unfit? Yes, April, I'm right there with you. What do y'all think about that? Now, I've heard a lot of people, including myself, say that, when he always being and moaning about he want to see Halo so he can put Halo on streaming, which runs up his streams. Then he wants to say, well, you should take my mom away because she posts her kids. You should take my dad away because he posts his kids. But when I post my kids, and I'm one of the richest young Black content creators out here, then it's not okay. But I feel like the way he parades that baby around, girl, he just had a baby. The baby could be sick. He be having the baby walking when he wasn't ready to walk. Like, I mean, he was not doing anything that you don't see parents do on the internet. He was not, honestly, he was not doing anything that we haven't seen little kids, little babies, Miss Shirley. He's not doing anything. But it's the other things that come into play. Him chipping her tooth, putting bruises on her arm. What did he say? He hit her head against the steering wheel. Hey, Cheryl. Hello. Y'all, it's just different. Let me see what it said. She's had enough of DDG allegedly ABUSing her. She's filed a police report. She claims things first got physical in January. They broke up in October. Hallie says DDG came over to pick up their son, and she tried to start a convo with the rapper about child visitation schedule. As she was buckling Halo into the car seat, she claims DDG grew agitated and repeatedly said, "Get out of my car, B." Like, he's talking like that in front of the baby. She said the baby was crying. She got nervous about him leaving with the baby. That's when they allegedly started wrestling, with DDG pulling her hair, slamming her face on the steering wheel, and chipping her tooth. The Little Mermaid. I'm with you, Cheryl, on that. Right? Haley then goes on to say she was in pain and crying, and although that stopped the tussling, she was still worried about Halo, so she remained in the car for the ride over to DDG's house, where she told his family what happened. Once they told her they'd take care of the baby, she left hysterical and with bruises on her arms to go along with her chipped tooth. She attached photos of her alleged injuries in her request for a restraining order. She also alleges DDG creeped her out in March when he showed up at her home, entered without permission, went to her bedroom, texted a pic of Haley's empty bed to her along with the text, "Now I know what you've been on." See, that's crazy. That is crazy. Why are you in my house? Exactly. Right here. I love it. Why are you in my house taking pictures in my bedroom, and then you are going behind my back and threatening me and trying to control me and scare me? Talking about what you talking about what I'm doing? I'm bounce housing. That's what she should have said. I'm bounce housing. That's what I'm doing. This bed ain't never made. I change the sheets every other day. We got names for sheets. What are you talking about? I would have sent him a picture back with me. I would have went and found somebody. I'd have paid them. Lay right here. Just lay right here. This is what I'm doing. You want to picture my bed empty? I'm going to show you with it full. Leave me alone. Haley says she interpreted the text as DDG was accusing her of having bang with other people. Then she took the baby on a Mother's Day trip. He done called talking about she out here with somebody. She was like, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't bring my son out here and be with somebody on a trip. Yeah, like we got, like you got silk sheets and you got a name for that, slow night, slow, steady. Then you got some with, I have hearts on my sheets. So you got, and get some mountains and some stuff. Girl, he'll be mad. But this is crazy. 4 days later, she claims he really exploded when he came back to her house. Haley told him she and the baby were sick and she didn't want Haley. I remember that. Now that I remember, because she had a RSV. Is it no RVP, RVS, or whatever it was? Robin, what is it? RVP? RVS. You know what I'm talking about. She had the respiratory situation. And she said the baby had it because I remember her online. People had made a post because they was like, because she was asking y'all, what can I do for me? What can I do for my baby? And she was like, I don't want him out and around people. RSV. But he wanted to get the baby so he could go put the baby on stream. And the baby was sick. You know what I'm saying? Men don't really, on a regular day, it ain't even got to be no streaming. You can come in and, they don't understand that. Y'all, we don't need the baby to go out because the baby is sick. RSV, we don't know what's going on with this because she was online asking people what to do. And she claims that when he got verbally abusive, smashed her Ring camera and ran away with her phone. What? This is crazy. As he drove off, she claims DDG threw the phone out the window and yelled to her, "Go get it, B." The incident prompted Haley to go file a police report, and she said she also has Ring footage to back up her side of the story. Then he talking about he was trying to see his son. Oh, the dude that he claimed that she was with on Mother's Day was Brent Faiyaz. Who is Brent Faiyaz? I don't know, child. Who is that? I saw that too. Alicia by Ruby Rose saying something. Oh yeah, I got it, girl. I got that. Brown sugar. I got it. I already got that. I think I got to screenshot it. We're gonna talk about it when it come up. We're not there yet. He's a singer. Okay. All right. Oh. He looks like he's a BAN. He looks like he goes to every meeting. He looks like he is definitely clocked in, and it's just horrible. It's horrible. Hold on, Brent Faiyaz. Hold on, let me see. Brent Faiyaz. Is it All Mine? All Mine? That song, All Mine, All Mine. That's the song. Oh, poor thing. I hate this so bad for her. Y'all, let's move on. I know. But look, Heaven said she wondered was he abusive before she got pregnant or while she was pregnant, before she got pregnant. Girl, he was buying her Van Cleves. He was talking to her. He was having all these extravagant parties. I don't know. And he could have been. I'm not saying he wasn't, but I'm just saying he was, but she never said anything. Okay. Hey, Ohio. Hey, I love the name. Yes, girl. ABAN. He is in every meeting. I think they meet twice a month. What did you do to your girl this week? Did you put your hands on her? Now you got to be careful about doing that because they will get you. Look at Diddy. Oh my God, it's horrible. Y'all, let's move on. Hold on. Evelyn, we talked about that. Okay, let me talk about another trial. No. Oh, let me say this real quick. I'm gonna say this real quick. I want the Menendez brothers out of prison. They have been retried. They have been given 50 to life. That means that they are up for parole. Before they were given life without parole. I have watched every movie that has come out about the Menendez brothers, and I wasn't there, but I just feel like it's time to go. Let me tell you what broke my heart when it was one movie. I think it was the Netflix one. I think it's a couple on there, but this one particular one, when they got ready to take them to the prisons and they got them up at like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and they put one brother on one bus and one brother on the other bus, and they thought they was going to the same place. And baby, when they got to the end of the road and they went in opposite directions, that broke my heart. But since they have been put together in the same prison, now they have been resentenced 50 to life, eligible for parole. So this is big. This is big. I don't know if y'all into it, but I want them. I want them to come home, child. They might as well come. They're gonna have to work and do stuff anyway. But if their parents did that to them, they deserve to come home. Shout out to Houston, Texas. What y'all doing down there? I gotta come to y'all. Better get it together. I gotta come down there for the concert. Y'all better get it together. Harris County, HIV and STIs cases surge faster than the rest of Texas. They said that the biggest demographic is Black women. Who and the what is it? The syphilis, was it syphilis? Syphilis. That has doubled since 2016. I think it's 2016, but it has doubled. What is happening in Houston? Is it down low men coming home, bringing things to their wives, like tales of old? Because this is so sad. Yeah, they did kill their parents. They did. But then it go, well, no, I ain't gonna make no references to that. They did do that, but they've served their time. Harris County HIV and STI cases have surged. What's going on in Houston? Well, I can't think of the place that it was a lady talking about it. And I was like, oh my God, I've heard this before. And I feel like sometimes people don't talk about HIV like it has disappeared. It is very much here. It is very much still here. And then they said even diseases that you thought were gone, like chlamydia and syphilis, women and men and children. And she said that the ages range from 15 to 24. Jesus Christ. Robin said, wear a mask, use plastic wear, and protect yourself. That's the unwritten rule. Don't bring anything back home. Yes, Robin said they say the senior citizens are worse. Girl, look. This is, I can't remember what this particular one was, but they had maps for gonorrhea, syphilis, and it was just showing how it is affected. Like, yes, girl, they said that in the nursing homes, in the senior citizens homes, that's all they do is have bang bang. That's it. That's all they do. The men in there are crazy. The women in there are just as crazy. They said they are in there just getting it in. Yes, Cheryl. And I guess they feel like, shoot, my kids done put me in here at 70 and I'm never coming out of here. I don't know how much I'm about to have a ball. And they just ain't nobody having no babies. And nobody's using protection. Why would you use? They probably feel like, why would I use protection at 80 and 70? That is crazy, but I mean, I've heard that all the time. That's like the villages here in Florida. They got the highest STD rate in the state. Yes, I've heard about the villages. Y'all. Oh, the perfume purpose said her aunt worked with the elderly. And she said, child of stories. I mean, they be in the rooms. You had to go keep up with them. I worked in behavioral healthcare hospitals. And one I worked in Wichita Falls, Texas. They had this man on the floor. Child, he could not keep his clothes on for nothing. And I think I talked to y'all about my shock reflex and stuff, like it went away. Like it might have been him that helped me go away, because if I had to ever go up on the unit, like any given day when he was up there, And he was up there a lot. He just walked out. Girl, have y'all? Oh, y'all, that's a lot. I would be sick. Robin said, "Can you imagine visiting someone and you hear somebody next door getting it in? Oh my, I would be sick." Mm. Oh, not BYOB. And that's why. And honestly, that's why. Like Wendy Williams always said something about her parents living in Florida, retiring to Florida. Like they lived their best life in Florida. Child of Perfume Preppy said they still have access to ED medication like Viagra and Cialis. Oh my God, could you imagine a 75-year-old man on Viagra? Well, Lord, they said April said the same thing happened in Atlanta. Health insurance covers ED medication. Oh, child. The smell alone makes me. Yes, honey. Yes, they out there. Y'all, this is crazy. But okay. All right. Let's keep going. Let's go. Since we talk about ATL, let's talk about ATL. So I haven't watched this week's Monday conversation with Carlos and Dustin and all of them. My patients call in pissed if they can't get. Alicia said her patients call in pissed if they can't get their hold on. If they can't get their Cialis and Viagra. Oh, who said something about Smoking Robinson? Baby, let me tell you this before I go. Thank you for saying this, Brown Sugar Babe. Honey, y'all, I appreciate y'all so much. Y'all come in my DMs. Y'all let me know what's going on. When I wake up in the morning, I know exactly what I'm going to talk about for the day. Child, but somebody came in my comment, in my DMs and said, girl, you got to get the tea on Smokey Robinson. I said, I never thought I'd ever hear somebody ask me that question. The tea on Smokey Robinson? Oh my gosh, that was I could do number laugh. I could do number laugh. That's all I can do. Hey Tara. Cause it's tea out there on Smokey Robinson. Danielle, you watched? So I didn't watch. I might need to. So in this particular part that I did listen to, let me see if I can find it. Hold on. And we can all listen to it. Hold on just a second. Let's listen to it together. We're gonna get to Diddy. I mean, because it's gonna be a lot he got to talk about. Hold on. What minute was Portia? Okay, here we go.
I was late getting it together, and I said, Drew, tell me what's good. Like, did you mess with Dennis? What's up with this whole Dennis piece? And she said no. And I asked Dennis to clear this up. She said, remember when Ralph said that he gave Dennis his blessing to work? Yeah. Right? She said the actual text, and the reason why Portia didn't actually show the real text, she just kind of was reading, but you don't see it, was because it actually said, I'm not trying to fuck Drew. I'm trying to get the money. But Portia read it out of context to make it seem like, nah, like I'm turning her down for sex. Nah, I'm just trying to get to the money. That's what Drew said. She has screenshots of it. And she was trying to, show me on FaceTime. So maybe that comes up at the reunion. Maybe that comes up in your interview tomorrow. I'm sorry. I want you to interview her. I'm sorry. Whenever that happens, I need you to ask her for this. Like we did her and Portia. But she told me that that's what the actual text was.
Wow. So Portia's sitting there with him downstairs, and she shows the text. This is what was said. Dennis is saying, I don't want to sleep with you. I just want my money. That's not what I'm trying to do. But Portia puts it another way. I have said this every time before I get to talking about it. I like Portia. I've always liked Portia. Like, I am literally watching old episodes of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, and Portia and Cordell were on the trip in Anguilla. I like Portia, but this season, I don't. Just the way Portia is sitting down across from Shamea, talking to her, the way she's looking at her, I'm like, come on, Portia. This is your best friend from like 8th grade. Why are you being like this? And yes, CC, yes, exactly. The only thing that I took from this is when Claudia said that she saw the text. Maybe I have to go with Drew. Portia is really, I do feel like a lot of people said, because the former housewife is no longer there, now Portia's coming up, and Portia could have been a mean girl all the time. Could that be true? Danielle says she's been given a pass for too long. Because I can't tell y'all how many times this last episode, y'all, I was really stumped. I had to watch it like 2 times because I was so confused as I didn't even know how to talk about it. I literally didn't know how to talk about it because the scene with Shamea, Portia, and him downstairs, I was like, why do this? Because that could have been a phone call. Portia and Shamea could have gone out to eat, and that could have been something done off camera, or just a phone call between him downstairs and Shamea. And Portia and Shamea could have talked about it at brunch. She didn't have to do that. She didn't have to bring that man in to do that. Yeah. Portia had Shamea at that event where she called the former housewife Miss America. Shamea was at that event, and when she left out, Shamea was sitting there looking at Portia like, oh my gosh, she left. Like, they've been rocking. Shamea been rocking on this show for a hot second. And for Portia to treat her like this is insane. It's insane. I know we haven't had Portia's side, but Gail, when we hear Portia's side, like how much, because it seemed like to me, every time somebody get close to telling Portia's truth, Portia gets up and leaves. Like, we never really get all of her side. Like, she overtalks. She tells us what she wants to know. And when somebody get ready to give the truth, she gets up and goes. Now, I don't know. Shamea could have done anything because Shamea been there for a minute. Gail was like, we haven't heard Portia's side, and could Shamea have done something we don't know about? That's very well true. Shamea could definitely be around here doing something, because the fact that she took this lunch date with him downstairs, that was iffy to me. He definitely wanted camera time. All 3 made it more likely. Yep. Yes. Now he wanted to say, Shamea was like, do you think that Drew is cheating with Dennis? He was like, no, I thought she was messing with somebody else. And the reason okay, wait a minute. It just hit me. If you are a man, why would you file for divorce if you think your wife is talking to another woman? You're a man. And another woman can have that much game to sit you down? How does that work? Because it seemed like the way Drew was talking, she listens to me, she laughs at my jokes. The entire calling her that lady, I was just talking to my friend that was going through something. I don't know. Drew is not credible either. I want Rap. He just gets on my natural nerve. He gets on my nerves so bad. Okay, y'all. Let's leave this. Let's leave this. I think we're ready for. I think we're ready. Hold on. Oh we're ready for it. So when I saw this the other day, I like Ty too. I think Ty is very charismatic. I think she's sweet. She's calm, and she probably will listen. Not not Brown Sugar said. I mean, Ty is a fine. Robin said she believed Drew had a taste of the pool. I believe that too. Nuh-uh, wait a minute. Let me get up here. Girl, look what EB said. EB said that people say Ty be turning them out in ATL. What? Miss Didi Ralph, that's Drew's husband, soon to be ex. Not Ty is handsome. Girl, when I looked up and saw Alicia say this. Alicia, I cannot with you. You put you in time. Now she handsome. Oh, Danielle said she probably got a list of women she goes after. I don't know, child. Oh, Missy P said Ty is the turnout queen. Oh, Lord. Wait a minute, y'all. Look, I heard a content creator say, I heard a content creator today talk about Ralph and his tech job. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me take this down. I'm coming. Hold on. Child, they said they bet. When I saw lanyards, they said that they Ralph ain't doing nothing but working for Verizon, honey. Working from home at Verizon. And what they say, Control Alt Delete. Child, they say he is not around here just creating stuff, honey. He is working from home. Ma'am, did you try to turn your computer off and then turn it back on? Lanyards is hilarious. Bravo always shows text much, and not one time have they put that on screen. You're right, because Cool Cat, real talk, because I have stopped my television and screenshotted the text messages to talk about in my review. You are 100% right. They do that. Oh, child, y'all crazy. Y'all made me cry almost. Whoo! He said that he don't like who Drew has or is becoming. The fact that he met Drew Monday, married her Friday, and got her pregnant on Sunday. Drew didn't know who she was. Drew has been brought up with him. He has made her see it his way for so long. Not Comcast, Verizon, AT&T. Yes, IT support. He's the one that has, I'm not going to say that word, but molded her to be like this. But now that she's like, I don't want to do this. I want to do something else. And then, like he thinks she's good to go. So now he can go do what he wants to do. Like, I got to get out the house. I can't with the Geek Squad. Oh, Lord. Girl, if we call AT&T iPhone and it says, thank you for calling AT&T, Ralph Pittman speaking, number 125867, I am going to fall out. That would be crazy. With all of us, at some point, child, if he downstairs working from home at Verizon. Hey Jen, I hope you're having a good day, girl. Honey, I can't with him. Okay, let's go to. I want to go to Misa first before we get started with this. Y'all, what is happening with Misa? What happened to her? Why is Misa on a walker? Alicia out of time now. She can come out. Alicia can come out. She can come out of time. Oh yes, honey. Say Drew's round. Definitely say that. Can you hear me now? She broke her foot. Okay, thank you for saying that. And here's another thing. Why is she here at this trial? Because Misa, y'all listen to Glenn. What's it, Glenn? Was that his bodyguard? What's his name, Glenn? Because he's been doing a lot of talking. Whatever his name is, he talked about how Diddy chased Misa allegedly. Diddy allegedly chased Misa out of the apartment building. And to get away from him, she slid under a car. Gene, his name is Gene. She slid. Oh, girl, I don't want to make you laugh at your dentist appointment. I hope you just sit down for right now before you go back. Like, she ran and slid under the car. So, but I am willing to bet you my bottom dollar that Misa is here in support of Diddy. I bet you anything. I bet you anything she's here in support of him. I guarantee you she is. Because although all of the things that he's done to her, I bet you anything she is there in support of him. I know she is. Oh, thank you, Mother of Six. Thank you. Thank you so much. But it was more, I thought it was just like one baby mama. I heard somebody say something about how it's the difference with the girls, how Chance, his daughter that was in the middle of the twins when they were walking, how different Chance looks because her mother is there versus the twins. They feel like Diddy, when he's with the twins, he puts them out there to look. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, April. Thank you, Brown Sugar Babe. He puts the twins out there to make them look a certain way. Girl, we gotta get on these thank you cards. I don't know what Lillian doing. She's driving me nuts. Oh, she's driving me nuts. But let's get into this, y'all. Let's go and get into Cassie. Honey, when I tell you, let me say this before I get started with that. Diddy got Cassie when she was 19. So whatever he told her parents or whatever, he probably made them feel safe. This is just what I'm thinking. I don't know how you think or what you see, but this is what I think. I think he told them whatever he needed to tell her parents to make her feel safe. Hey, Quinesta. So I don't think things started at 19. They probably didn't start at 20, maybe when she turned 21. But at 19, she started putting music out. She was on, what was that thing on MTV Unplugged? Not Unplugged, but MTV when they would come on there, and then like she would come on BET when they would have video. No, I'm about to say video. So 106 & Park. So she was definitely doing things, But when she said, hold on, do I have this? Hold on a minute. She said right here that Ventura testimony. She was talking about how everything started, how everything was going about him being mad. She said pretty quickly over time, I knew it wasn't something I wanted to do, to be doing, especially how frequently. So she was talking about the freak offs. She said that the music stopped, right? And this became her job. And I think that Diddy just, like she said, she was in love with him. She was jealous of Kim. And at 19, when you get somebody like that and you can mold their minds and get them, dependent on you, you get to a point where once he puts his hands on her and tells her, if you tell anybody, she's not going to tell anybody. Because, kids hide stuff. TRL, that's right. TRL. Because, kids hide things from their parents, especially about their boyfriends, because they really like them and they don't want the parents to be like, you can't talk to him anymore. Don't call my daughter. Don't do this. Don't do that. But let's say the parents didn't know. But the idea, and I was like, I don't think Diddy even is rehabilitating himself. I think Diddy may be sitting in that jail cell thinking about all of this. Not in a good way, but just categorizing it all, how it started. And he probably gets upset when he realizes where he is. She put out one single on Bad Boy, and that was it. He shelved her. Oh, child, this part right here. The frontal lobe of your brain doesn't fully develop until 25. So he was molding this girl. And when they talked about the urinating, like she said that he would have the guy to stop and start. So when she would choke, he would have her to stop. And then I was like, did he not see, what's his daughter name, Delilah or Chance or the other one, laid on a bed while a man watches with a scarf and a cap and a robe on, and your daughter is sitting there, her body is limp because she is. Child, did you see what she said about the mushrooms? She said when she took mushrooms, the walls came alive. So she is sitting there, just eyes just not even functioning. And he's watching this man over and over and over do this. Over and over. And then when it's over, he wants her to get up, come and get on top of him, and let it fall as it may. Hey, Wendy. Like, and I know, and I know people want to say that, it was consensual and all that, but she was in love with him. She was so young. She said the first time that he mentioned voyeurism, she did not want to do it. But then he put his hands on her and she loved him, so she did it. She said she was not a fan of the snow, right? She was not a fan of it. She said mushrooms made the walls come alive. There was a lot of weed and stuff like that. Not take you on a trip like the Magic School Bus. I don't want nothing like that. Child, hold on. Let me see. Hold on 1 second. Because this is crazy work. I guess I can't get it right now. So, okay. I thought I would be able to get it. But I wanted to put it up here. I thought I had it up here. Hold on. Let me see if I got it. I hate not having it. I think I just got this one picture and I was going to just talk to y'all from the rest of it. Because now we're going to go on X. Because, baby, it is all over there. Yeah, I don't have it. So what Brown Sugar Babe was talking about earlier, I got it earlier from when it started, like at 9 o'clock. So the AUSA said, this is about the UTIs. Were the UTIs painful? She said, very. Antibacterials didn't work anymore. They asked her, how did it feel during freak-offs? She said, burning. I would not advise it. The AUSA said, let's read this out loud. This is Cassie reading whatever the AUSA gave her. Okay, Gail. This is her reading. I have all these sores on my tongue. I have another UTI. And the AUSA said, what sores? She said, friction in my mouth. Friction? Now, I ain't about to get into all that. We grown, so we know what goes on. So usually, that is at our discretion. I didn't mean our. That is at people. That is at people's discretion who does that, right? But you don't. Do you know that's like you can't stop. That is like you can't stop. Like Diddy did not even have human decency for her. That baby was treated like a rag doll. And he stood there and watched. All the while, he got 4 daughters. 4. Little baby Love is what, about 2, 3, 2? Girl, hours. So she said from what? And she said from oral. And then the AUSA said, you said another UTI, then sad face emoji. She said, I was open with him about them. So you feel sick? And she said, why are you sorry? I took the blame for things. That was her saying to Diddy. Like Diddy said, I'm sorry. I think that's what it's saying. I'm sorry. And she took the blame for it. Then they started talking about the men who were involved. Ventura, I'm just getting this from different places. I'm gonna go to X in a second. This is what I screenshotted. So I guess they were talking about the men who were involved in all these situations. We called him Tommy. Who is this? I know him as Greg, an escort in Miami. Who is this? This is Jonathan. We saw him in Miami. Who is this? Red baseball cap backwards. I don't know. He looks familiar from the freak offs. What did you write here? That's the AUSA asking her. She said, this is all we do. I'm just getting back on track. I'm sure you can call Kim or something. And she said, what did you mean this is all we do? She said the freak offs. Because she said they, like, there's no more music. There's no more singing. Like somebody in here said he shelved her. So she said that had become her job to find people. They would go in the dark. I'm saying the dark web, but they talked about places that they would go to look for people. And then she would say, I'm not a cop. So they could say I'm not a cop because they didn't want that to happen. And he had Cassie like set up to call and arrange this stuff. In his mind, he was already thinking if we get caught, this will look like she is a part of it. Oh no, she didn't have a problem calling and doing this. She didn't have a problem with this. She called and made the plans. She paid for the hotel rooms, with the money he gave her. Because clearly she wasn't making no money because the girl wasn't singing. She wasn't putting no music out. Friction, Angela. Okay, let's go to X. I'm tripping. I wish if I knew my password, we would go online, but I don't know my password, so. Hold on, y'all. Who is he talking to? Oh. Somebody's interviewing. Let me focus. I'll come back. Okay. Oh, child. 22 minutes ago. 22 minutes ago. Now, counsel to Jane Doe. So Jane Doe, maybe Cassie's done. Thank God. So counsel to Jane Doe says, I'm worried that Jane Doe will not know what she can ask me. Judge, as long as you don't coach testimony, Whitger, counsel to Cassie Ventura, I have nothing to add. The judge said, Ms. Shapiro, we've spoken with each attorney. Wait a minute. I gotta get this blah 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 because I'm sure he. Hold on. Why am I doing? Why is this doing this? Yeah, this is horrible. Just the treatment of her. Right? Diddy did not care anything about this girl. Okay, here we go. an hour ago. Let me go down here and let me read up. Okay. So we're trying to prevent witnesses being counseled on how to testify, what to say or not to say. Anything else? Okay, that would be acceptable. Hecker lawyer, Mia would have taken this to her grave. I don't know how to support her if we can't discuss her pain, what she went through. We will not put words in her mouth. Her nerves have gone through the roof. The defense. We just heard this morning about videos on his devices. So this is irrelevant. AUSA, we can agree to more. Agree to more. Something less than 10 pages. Because when I read it earlier, child, Puffy's counsel wanted to push this out so they could finish the discovery, but they said no. So they still in here trying to get pictures together and all that kind of stuff. And the AUSAs is like, y'all should have had this to us April the 27th. So they still trying to work it out in the trial. Jurors can take lunch now. There's still disagreements on the exhibits. The defense wants the exhibit to be longer about the pleasing yourself. They wanted to cut it off at looking at my iPad. Because I told y'all yesterday in Hot Topics that they asked Cassie, how did the government get the information? She said she gave over the laptops. She gave them the information. When would you take Valium? Okay, this is Cassie. So this is before she got off, I guess. So, this is the lunch. So this is before they went to lunch. AUSA said, when would you take Valium before a freak off? When I had anxiety, Sean's driver was bringing me the Valium. It was Raheem, I think. Then she said, I wrote only Paul available or Jake, the white guy, but he can't do it until 11. The other guy can do it earlier. It's just one more person knowing our secret. What do you mean? She said, the freak offs. She said, what is SLS? She said, a hotel in Hollywood. And then the AUSA said, let's read from June 13, 2013. Has Sean been violent with you before this? She said, yes. Had you told him before you didn't want to do freak offs? She said, yes. Then he said, you said you needed GHB. Yes. And that 2 escorts not available. What is GHB? And then they asked her, how did she feel? She said she felt trapped. And then she asked her, when you landed in New York, what did you do? She said, we went to a dinner. Then he wanted to have a freak off. So he had a freak off. Why did you do it? To make him not threaten me. How did you get back to New York? On a commercial flight, I traded my seat to get away, but he traded to get next to me. What did he show you? Freak off videos. He played them for me on one of his laptops. He said he'd release them. So did he just recording this girl, and that's how he didn't got caught? He's sitting here recording her in order to keep her quiet and to keep threatening her. And the main thing he used is the main thing that got him sitting in this courtroom today. And he kept threatening her that he was going to put him out. I would have told him, put him out, child. Put him out right now. Put him out on the plane. Let's put him out on the plane so people can see what you like to do. Then they asked her what happened in Cannes. She said, Sean accused me of taking drugs from his boat. He threw me off, but my passport was still on the boat. And you were on the red carpet that same night? Yes. Did you attend the movie? Yes. So she had, what? Oh, she said, okay, got you. Then what? I spoke to a friend of Sean's and he had a freak off. What's this? My eyebrow healed up a little bit a week later. I have a permanent scar on my eyebrow. What's this? Me at the Cannes Festival. Let me go try to read some more up so I can. Let me go back to an hour. Hold on. So I'm going to read it in order. This is going backwards. Okay, 11:10 a.m. Judge has taken a break to change some things in the courtroom. During the break, Combs sit at defense table, his lawyer, Xavier Donaldson, leaning down to speak with him. So the AUSA Johnson, there's still some issues with the privacy screen, so we'll put that off and do something else now. The judge said, okay, welcome back, Miss Ventura. Bring in the jury. Now, what I will say is I was listening to Lauren, the lawyer, and she said that Puffy's lawyers wanted Cassie to already be in the witness stand because they didn't want Cassie walking in 8 months pregnant and people having empathy and sympathy for her. But were they going to dismiss them when it was time for her to leave the stand? Okay. So, welcome back, Miss Ventura. Bring in the jury. So, I guess they did at that time. Johnson, I offer more exhibits. I mean, AUSA, I offer more exhibits. What did you say here? She said, I've been told there were actually explicit videos out there about me. I reached out to Sean. Then what? We were driving back to New York City from Atlantic City to talk to this DJ. What happened? At a restaurant. What was the security's role? To intimidate. They were lining the room. Who was there? Uncle Paulie, James Cruz. How would you recover from a freak off? I'd take opiates. I wanted to feel numb. We'd get massages, IV fluids. The chef would cook us something. How often did you take opiates after freak offs? Often. I got a urinary tract infection. And that's what I told y'all about the antibacterials and all that kind of stuff and the friction in her mouth from having oral. And then said, which escort would go to X clubs with you and Sean? She said, Jules. The escort from the Intercontinental in LA. Yes. Did you want to have bang bang with Jules ever? She said, no, but I knew him. Why did you do it, Sean? So who was present when Sean put his hands on you at the freak off? Sometimes the escort was there too. And she said, in the same room? She said, yes, Jules. And in the suite? She said, yes. Were they aware? She said, the defense said objection, and the judge said overruled, and she answered yes. Ventura, the escorts would ask me if I was okay afterwards. In what cities did he put his hands on you? She said, LA, New York, Miami. How frequently? She said, too frequently. What's the Abbey? A gay club in LA. I went there with my friend. Where were you going? To a music festival in Canada run by Drake. Sean came to my home and tried to attack me. I was thrown into the bed frame. What's this? A photo of my eye afterward. Who took you to the doctor? D-Rock. Did you send this photo to Sean? Yes. And I wrote, so you can remember I wanted him to be sorry about it at least. In this photo, where were you? In the green room in Toronto. I put my hair over my eye. Then we went to the Hamptons. Yeah. Sean wanted to have a freak off in the Hamptons. We got a hotel and an escort. Which one? Dave. I took GHB. I went into a G hole and blacked out. I woke up nude in the shower. Dave and Sean were freaking out. I bugged out. It wasn't pretty. Then what? I spoke to a friend of Sean's, and then we had a freak off. What's this? My eyebrow healed up a little bit. A week later, I have a permanent scar on my eyebrow. Y'all, that's what I got so far. He had a video with he and his mother getting IV drips. Yes, he threatened her with revenge, Pete. I just couldn't imagine. Like, someone should turn to him and say, what if there was a man standing over your daughters in a robe and a handkerchief around his face, and she's gunked out with GHB, and there's a man servicing her and will not stop until, and then what would you do? Like, somebody needs to ask him that question. And this is horrible. One thing I do know, I don't know how this is going to turn out. I mean, the way I see it, it should be no question how it turns out. But anything can happen. But one thing I do know, whether he's inside or outside, he's not going to have anything. Now, it's going to be people like Boosie that's going to hang out with him. You know what I'm saying? Somebody ignorant like that. You know, he just had a baby girl. Boosie just had a beautiful baby girl. And even if Boosie's baby girl, even if it was consensual, I don't think he would like that. I think this is horrible. He has just treated this girl like inhumane, like she's not even human. And getting her at 19 and forming her and molding her into what he wants her to become, I understand it. I think not all girls are weak, right? Girls have dreams. She dreamed of being a pop star. He said he could do it. He's a big star. Her parents, okay, yeah, okay. Then you get here and he's like, after so long, he turns on her. Daughters are not training tools for terrible men. Yeah. Then you got all these men. Like, look at DDG. Why are you mad at Haley? I'm sorry. Why are you mad at Haley? Why are you mad at her? She's the mother of your child. What are you upset with her about? Because you think that she's moved on because she broke up with you? Why would she break up with you? Those are questions that need answers. Diddy is treating this girl like she is not even a person. This is horrible. Oh, child. And then she pregnant. Cassie could fool around and go into premature labor today. This is a lot, y'all. Let me go to Megan's page. Yeah. Yes. Like Usher's mama. Usher's mama let him go. First of all, I don't care. I don't care what you do. I don't care what you say you can do. I don't care. I can see it. You can show me the money. I don't care. But my baby, who doesn't pay for anything and is still dependent on me, if she got a dream, I'm gonna be right there like Ashanti mama. I'm gonna be right there. You're not doing nothing. I'm gonna be right there like Tina knows. You're not about to do nothing. Matthew knows. You're not about to do nothing with my baby and she leave the house. Why she gotta go? We coming to. I'm gonna have to quit my job, y'all. We gonna have to. It's gonna be a lot of live videos in this studio because it's not gonna be me quitting. You know, it's not gonna be me. Y'all, my baby is with so and so. And I'm over here on live with y'all, and ain't no telling what's going on with my baby. That is crazy. Oh my gosh. And then you got people saying, quiet on the set. No, not leaving alone with nobody. No. Because you can't trust anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know, like, even like with Lillian being younger, she having friends over. Like, if she not going to my sister's house around the corner, like, I would let her go to Mississippi to stay with my mama in the summertime. That's my mama. You know what I'm saying? That's fine. But if Lil have overnight guests, they over here overnight. Because I'm going to be in here. I'm going to go in the kitchen. I'm going to make sure I cook for them. I'm going to make sure they have what they need. If they need to go somewhere, I'm going to take them as safely as possible. They can come back here. And they do that. You know what I'm saying? They have their sleepover. But Lillian, I can count on one hand with 4 fingers, minus 1, how many times she has gone to sleep somewhere. And her, you know, men don't care. And I had to tell him, I had to get on him. I'd be like, look, you can't just let her go nowhere. You know, this is not like Grenada, Mississippi, where all my friends are black and my mama know they mama and everybody know my daddy. You know what I'm saying? My dad was the principal of high school. So everybody knew my daddy. So it didn't matter who came to my house. And I could go wherever. Because my mama knew it. You know, like my mama knew them. So we don't have that these days. Where we live in this DFW area, it's a melting pot. not a lot of Lillian's friends are black. So I always keep that one black woman that went to that grown pajama party and ended up dead. I mean, unalived. That woman, I keep that in my head. I talk to him about that all the time. I was like, you don't know what these people on. You don't, I mean, whoever they voted for, sometimes that plays a part in it. You don't know what they're on. You know, he's kind of passive. I'm like, no. Not with my baby life. Not the way I almost left here trying to bring her here. Not her. You can't be talking about her. So, child, when I get on that phone and get to calling, let me know your name, where y'all. I talk to the mama. Where y'all going? What is Lillian doing right now? Let me speak. I'll call her on the phone. Put her. Hey, don't do this no more. Exactly. Still nothing. She was a mother with kids. Yes. That lady was a mother with, she had like 4 or 5 kids, didn't she? The Canadian. She had like 4 or 5 children. And one of the ladies' husband at the house they were where they were, he was a policeman. So they said that he let them know how to do so it would look like an accident. That woman was found under the balcony in the roses, I believe. That's how it went. Yeah, they stick out broken families. No. Mm-mm. We have a code word. Like if she can get to me, she got a code word, and I know exactly what to do. I have people in place. Like I travel for work, right? So I have people in place before I leave. For real, I have a whole army here because anything can happen. And Cassie has a girl with a dream, with a man who thought that she thought he could just take her to the next level. And if I could sing like Fantasia and Diddy approach me, I would say, sir, ain't nobody under your umbrella has ever done anything but you. Look at Black Rob. Look at Biggie. Look at Craig Mack. Mary J. Blige had to leave. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's done anything. Look at all the people from Making the Band. Look at Danny Kane. He's never had anybody. L.A. Reid and Babyface. It's countless how many people they put on. Countless. You know what I'm saying? The whole Braxton family has come through that. Usher, Pink, Outkast. You know what I'm saying? They have people that they put on. Outkast is in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Diddy's fame is take that. And he took that, and now he is in court today. He has nothing to show for what he's done. Nothing. He had a clothing line. They took that away. He got alcohol. They took that away. I don't know if she's going to come or not. I think J-Lo, I think he could have. I guarantee you J-Lo saw something, Danielle. I am willing to bet she saw something. 100%. I'm willing to bet she saw something. But I think J-Lo was a star, you know, on the rise. So you really couldn't, that's not somebody he could really fool with. You know what I'm saying? You put your hands on J-Lo, you gonna know about it. It's J-Lo. She was Jenny from the block with the Versace gown. You was not messing with J-Lo. But I think she went through some stuff. I do think that. I'm not saying she didn't. Y'all, give me 1 second, okay? Give me 30 seconds. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. But I think that's horrible. I think that's just really horrible. I'm not. I don't doubt that J Lo saw anything. I don't doubt that. J Lo said he cheated repeatedly. She went to hotels looking for him. Ooh, child. Now, if I got to, I'm not gonna say when I was younger, I didn't take a ride. But at this point in my life, if I gotta feel that you somewhere you're not supposed to be, I'm not. But I'll ride with you. But I'm not gonna ride for myself. I'm not doing all that. Y'all know what you call it. Phil Robinson that passed away, so I know Phil saw a lot of stuff. A lot. I know Phil did. But now who you say? Benny Medina protected her? Yes. Benny don't play with it. Oh, y'all, 3 hours ago, Megan said the jurors are again seeing the video Combs assaulting Cassie in the LA hotel in the hallway. So they did get a chance to do it. Hold on. Oh, wait a minute. So the AUSA said, I'm going to show you the LA Intercontinental Hallway again. Play for 1 minute and 43 seconds to play from 1 minute and 43 seconds to 1 minute and 46 seconds. Who enters? Sean. What's in his hand? He doesn't appear to have anything. Play to 1 minute and 59 seconds. Now, anything in his hand? My phone. How did he get it? Well, he took all of my stuff. Where does he end up? Sitting in a chair in front of the window. What are you doing? I'm walking away from him. And that's when he picked that vase up. Yes, girl, the video. Now, who's in the video? Me and security. Is this in this one? Play from 5 minutes and 31 seconds. Where did you go from the hotel to my house? I took an Uber. Now let's turn to a text message. Can you read page 4? Please call. I'm surrounded. That's what she said. Please call. I'm surrounded. Then AUSA said, who sent that? She said it was sent from Sean. He was running around in a towel. I told him to put the robe on. And then she said, who sent these green messages? I did. I wrote to Sean, Jules left. As long as you're quiet, you can stay. Peace. Who was Jules? An escort. Is this Jules? And she shows a picture. And she says yes. And then she said B606 and 607 side by side. Cassie in big sunglasses. She said, that's me, a selfie of me with a fat lip. What did you take? When did you take it? She said, in the Uber with one of my phones. And then she said, what did you write here? I said, please stay away from me. And what does he say? He says, I'm getting arrested. Was he? She said, I don't think so. What did you write back? Plugging my phone in and going to bed. Who was at your home when you got there? Carrie Morgan. She was upset when she saw me. She called the police. Did you speak with them? Yes, but I didn't say who I was talking about and they left. Why? I wasn't ready. Did Sean try to come to your apartment? Yes, he was banging. That was pretty normal for him, but this a pretty private building. Did you hear from Miss Corinne that day? Yes. Oh God, where did it go to? I'm sorry, y'all. I hit the wrong thing. Oh God, no. Oh God, I can't get it back. Oh, that's horrible. Okay, here we go. Okay. Did you hear from Miss Corinne that day? Yes. And I went to see D-Rock and his wife to feel safe. In this photo, what are you wearing? A gown and sunglasses. I had a black eye. What if any other bruising was visible? I had several bruises on my leg, but I changed clothes. What's this? Me and Sean at the after party. Now, after all of that, hey, Bama girl, after all of that, they have gone out. I'm going to show you escorts. Do you know the name of this person? She said no. In what cities did you use him? New York City. Who's this? Islander. He was on Latin Men. That's a site. We used him in LA and maybe Vegas. Who's this? 2A-616. We call him Tommy. Who is this? I know him as Greg. Okay, we talked about that. Let me go to something else. Hold on. Oh, wait a minute. It might be something else down here. Okay, wait a minute. Overruled to hurt me. You had me pulled out of blind. Oh, okay, wait a minute. Okay, here we go. Did you try to avoid anything in the freak offs? I tried to avoid kissing. It seems too intimate, but Sean told me to do it, to kiss the escorts. What did Sean ask you to do on your 29th birthday? A freak off. He had me pulled out of the blind dragon for the freak off, some security. What about blackmail material? He wanted me to fear. They said objection. The judge said overruled. When would Sean mention the freak off video? To hurt me. One time I was dating someone else and he threatened to release the freak off videos. I'd have to answer to my mother. It's horrible and disgusting. No one should do that to anyone. What did Sean say the impact would be? Shame. So in her young mind, like she can't even just go away. Thank you, Angela. My father told me of a man who does anything you put hands on him, you better leave. Yes. Okay. So let me show you a chat. Who's on it? Me and Sean, July 22nd, 2013. Read your message. This is what she said. This is what Cassie said. I wrote, please delete the videos off your phone. Too many people have access to your devices. He said, no, iCloud, all good. Ambient kicking in. Sidebar, yes. Let me see. 11:10, judge take break. Okay, we talked about that. Woo, honey bun boogie. This is crazy. So judge walks in. Wait a minute, let me go back. I remember her talking about that Rule 16. Y'all, this is a lot. Mm. This is crazy. This is crazy. Judge walks in. This 3 hours ago. All rise. You are still under oath. Proceed. The AUSA Johnson said, may I approach the witness? You may. Miss Ventura, I just handed you 2 drives. What's on them? GX8. Messages, photos from my devices. Yesterday, you testified about Sean going armed to look for Suge Knight. What? Yesterday, you testified about Sean going armed to look for Suge Knight. Sean took guns with him, and he told you to ask the escorts if they were cops. I would begin by saying I was not a cop. Sean told you to do that? Yes. What happened when you fought back? I did that more earlier in the relationship. It would make him more violent, want to push me harder. To the speculation, overruled. How would Sean react if you fought back? Anger. Y'all, Suge Knight. Suge Knight? He went to see Suge Knight with Pum Pums? Mm. If they look at that video where he threw that vase at her, that ought to be it. Now I've read everything from right now. Let me see what else going on, child. Yeah, he is bad. That's why he went over there with a Pum Pum. Jesus Christ. Oh, wait a minute, y'all. Let's get into this. The Jane Doe child. Now, counsel to Jane Doe says, I'm worried that Jane, we talked about that 38 minutes ago. Wait a minute, let me get on this for 38 minutes ago. Okay. Oh, 1 hour ago. Let me see what happened an hour ago. I think Okay. Um, LA, Miami, Ventura wanted to have freak off in the Hamptons. Like he just wanted to do this every day, y'all. She said she felt trapped. We talked about her taking the Valium. She would take the Valium before the freak off when she had anxiety, and Sean's driver would bring it to her. Raheem. Mm. I, that's what makes it the Rico. Mm, mm, mm. Y'all, this is certifiably insane. I'm gonna get ready and go because Lil will be home soon. But y'all, this is crazy. 4 days. Amber, I'm putting Amber up here because I'm with you. I don't, Amber, you was in my head because I was just thinking about going through this. 4 days of freak offs is demonic. And Puffy, let me say this about Young Miami. I feel like Miami was with it. Now I feel like she was with it because when she made that tweet to that girl talking about what she'll have Diddy make her do, she knows what's going on. But when they were at the Apple Music promoting his album Love, which is a great album. It's a great album. When they were doing that and she was like, he don't sleep. He don't sleep. And he was like, you know the answer to the question. You answer the question. He was like, I thought I could put him to sleep. You can't put him to sleep. It's because he's sitting there taking stuff all night long. Who does that? Too much money and too much idle time. I took her to the island. Yo, Miami was. I think she was down for most of the calls. Ugh. Yes, Camille. Oh Lord, yeah. I mean, yeah. You don't sleep because of that pink. Yeah. I think Puffy just needs to. He needs to be in prison. Just the treatment of people. I mean, I don't know how this is gonna go. He gonna get off on some stuff. He's not gonna get found guilty on everything. And then with time served, because he's been in jail since when? Since the top of the year, right? A little bit before after that. So we're here at 5 months. I don't know how they're gonna add that up. He gonna get some time served. He is exactly where he needs to be. But I'm gonna tell you, when he comes out, it won't be too much different. Like I said, he'll have people like Boosie who will go up for him, but he's not gonna have no real people who coming to a Diddy party. Me too, Perfume Preppy. Who coming to a Diddy party after all this? Who's doing that? You got people having falling out in the pulpit because they names on certain situations. Who's doing that? He's not gonna have nothing out here. Puffy has never done anything for anybody. Nothing. So y'all, that was a lot. But there's gonna be more. We got a whole 4, 5, 6. We got a whole another 7 weeks of this. Hey, Ursula. We got a whole 7 weeks of this, child. Well, y'all, I'm gonna get ready and go. Yeah, who's coming to a Diddy party is the question. Talking about Lil Kim, he didn't visit Lil Kim. I know. She said she Danielle. She used the word glistening. Horrible. Girl, yes, yes. This is a 8-week trial. 8 weeks. 8 weeks. Get into it. Get all the way into it, ma'am. 8 weeks. And that is insane. Let's see, what will can McDonald's is she out of school? I need to check on something. Wow. Okay, y'all, my baby coming home. I'm gonna get ready to go. Y'all have a good weekend, a good hump day. Have fun. But we'll get back into it. And I will talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good one. Bye. Let me go.